Hi everybody and welcome back to Hex Token channel. Hope you guys are having a blast as always. You know how I roll. Let's get straight into it. Hex.com. Here we go. So here we are, day 756, hot off the press. This is just snapshotted up now, and the 27th of December, and 30 cents. Yeah. So it's been staying in the trading range that I have suggested, and that's very, very cool. Yesterday certainly got a little bit worrisome, but we managed to pick up. And here we are at 30 cents. The Pulsex sacrifice is pretty imminent, so we're waiting for that. Everyone's waited with bated breath, I guess is the way you put it, or something like that. Up 4.5%, and the ROI, return on investment multiplier from all-time low, 5th of January 2020, is 5,338. Very cool. That excludes staking, of course, so that's a big deal. Payout per T-share, 5.97 is amazing as always. Look at that. I mean, it's so good. It's almost 6 like yesterday. I mean, these payouts are fantastic. Get those T-share, folks. It really is a big deal. This is what Hex is all about. And obviously, you're going to get a copy on Pulsechain. Yeah, it might get a stock split, 50-50, but then we're going to find out whether the sum of the parts is, greater than the whole. Plus, of course, we've got a lot of excitement happening around that once they start getting their own T-share rates and prices and stuff like that over time. T-share price, $6,000. Nice. And of course, that's pretty steady. We've had 6,003 in the last 4 days, so pretty nice. T-share rate, 19,932, up 4. So it's going to be a tall order is it going to be a tall order? Are we going to get a day like this before the end of the year, 2096? We have 4 days left to hit 20,000. That's the big call. Let's see whether we get there. Okay, average stake length, 5.98 years. Wow, up a little bit more. We're heading towards 6 years, folks. Once again, as we had all these stakes coming out before the 2nd of January, we have got a lot of the OG stakes coming out, and so the average stake is getting longer too. Very, very cool. Annual percentage yield rate interest in early in-stake penalties is 37.98%, basically 38%. That's fantastic. Liquidity pool, 117.8 million X in the pool. That's down from yesterday with the price rise. Nice. And man, we were waiting for these big buyers like Hexscale and other players to come in. Of course, so they'll eat that up. There's not a lot of stuff for the bigger players out there. Liquidity pool, USDC, 33.8 million is in the pool there in US dollars, and liquidity in the pool 1335. So that's up about 34, and that there is up just about 900,000, something like that. In USDC. Let's have a look at the valuations. Total value locked at 18.51 billion. Market cap, including the Origin account or Genesis account, 173.51, and T-share market cap 64.19 billion. And the total amount of T-shares, 10,687,772, up 1651. So it's up a little bit today. 3 up days in the last 10 days, 7 down days. So man, if you've got a T-share, man, that's a special place to be. That's just printing your money. It's pretty nice. All right, so your own personal printing press. Hex total supply 637.3 billion hex, and min inflation 14.3 million. Circular supply 575.8. And that's up 54 million. Obviously, we've got lots of stakes coming out all the way to 2nd of January in particular, so we're going to watch that. We also watch any restaking that happens as well. Stake supply 61.4 and down 40 million there. And staked GA, that's good accounting, is up just a little bit there. All right, so stake percentage of coins, 9.64%. That's kind of been on the low side compared to previously. We can even scroll back 20 days, 30 days, 40 days, 50 days. Let's go 50 days. We're back up at 9.88, 9.89. So now we're at the 9.64. So you can see if you're a staker, you're in a special class there. Obviously, we've had the Origin account have big stakes come out too at the end of November, beginning of December. Payout Hex 63.8 million, and penalties 767,000 today. Not too bad, not too bad. Total holders, oh my gosh, we're getting so close, folks. 399,142. We're almost at 400,000 holders. Very nice, up 540. Man, if we have a really good day tomorrow, we might get there. We might get there. Let's watch out for that. Current stakers, 73,149, up 85. That's a better number. I'd like to see this in the triple digits, though. And total stakers, 90,335, up 155. That's pretty good. And current holders, 277,869, up 478. There we are. That, folks, is the results for day 756. Very, very cool. Let's jump over to the market price at the moment. This is the real-time market price, sitting at 30.1 cents or 30.2 cents if you round it up. And of course, we're going back up here. Let's have a quick look. You can see that we were down yesterday, heading down to the bottom of the range. We did have a little spike down here, possibly a bot. That's 26.87 cents. But more or less, we were pretty much 27.5 there, as where we went to. Which is, as we said, the bottom of the range was about 27 to 31. And of course, we could get 26.5 cents on the real snap downs and maybe 32.5 on the high side there, which is kind of where we're at beginning. So, that's 26.36 all the way up to there. So we've been trading in that range. That's what I've been saying for some time. That's what I expected to see. I expected us to challenge the 32.5 cent and break out, possibly on a second or third go. That didn't happen. But here we are coming back up, maybe for a fourth time to have a go. So, you sort of got one up here, 2, 3, and then maybe this will rise up and 32, break that 32.5 and get into the 33 to 38 cent range. And that is a fairly tough range to stay in, but you never know what will happen once we get in there. So we really need to get that 32.5 and break that up, and that's very bullish. So yeah, Pulsex, bring it on. Sacrifice, bring it on. All right, so let's jump out of there. That's the hourly chart, of course. Let's get into T-share price at the moment, 6,000. And of course, this T-share price going up and to the right, just leveled off a little bit lately, 6,000, but pretty strong position. And of course, the hex price, and just trying to find its own consolidating around that price. Waiting for the Pulsex sacrifice, pretty much. And heading towards 20,000 is the T-share rate. So those are the two, T-share rate and hex price, are the determinants of the hex price. The T-share price at the top in yellow, and the mass adoption is just slowly checking around. It's certainly lifted the last week with the price rise. Very nice, and the payouts are spectacular. If you've got X T-shares, you're just sitting back laughing yourself funny. All right, and here is the global share rate, 15-year rate. We're trying to get through this front period here, and so let's quickly check that out on the 4-month chart. So we've only got these two. This is the 12-day stake, waiting for that to expire, and so that's going to expire tomorrow. And then we've got, tomorrow, the 29th that is, and we're in 28th at the moment. And then we've got these two candles, and then the last original big one, which is the last one left, it's 802 million. 788, and then we've got this other one on 2nd January. It's kind of fairly big, 462. Once we get through that, of course, it's 166,000 T-shares altogether, all these 5 candles. Then it's pretty much onwards and upwards. We'll see whether any stakes start staking short term, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or longer. We're going to find that out. Obviously, hold for the copy on the Pulsechain, or sell down, or like I say, or stake, or just hold liquid. They've got a couple options there. And I'll watch that for sure. I have a feeling this may be trying to get into the sacrifice, this one here. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's go to the whale hex whale bot. 2 million sold 22 hours ago. That was on version 3 of the Uniswap. 1.2 million sold 22 hours ago. And then we had, okay, we had a small stake there. Not sure why that's even made it on there, for example. Got some penalties, that's probably why. That's it. That's all we got there. All right, so let's jump over to Pulsechain. And of course, Pulsechain rocks. We're waiting for this big time. Super excited. Obviously, Pulsechain testnet 2.0 being tested. There's all the cool benefits, of course, we're looking forward to. Here is the GitLab. This is where the devs have got the test files for testnet to 2.0. We had an update 13 hours ago, so that is new update in the Pulsechain testnet area. So not sure exactly what that would be. Could be some text, could be something else, a file uploaded. So let's jump over to Pulsechain testnet 2.0. 3.8 second blocks, just ticking away up to 122,596 transactions so far on it. Very, very nice. Let's jump over to Richard. He's got 1 or 2 comments that are relevant to our update today, there's not going to be a, as 5 hours ago, there's not going to be a publicly callable buy and burn function at launch. It's too hard to do. So I talked about that in the live stream presentation yesterday. So this is actually, I've deleted that from that presentation, very important. So there we are, there's going to be no function there. Uniswap routing occurs off-chain, not on-chain. It's computationally complex. You can't trust the public to route properly either. They could set up their own evil route and cause the contract to buy from that. Thus, you can't have a publicly callable function too easy to do it easily. And then the final is the solution is to do it similar to how others are doing it without a publicly callable function. So that was probably the big update around the Pulsex buy and burn. I went through that yesterday in yesterday's live stream. I also put in a couple of post video. I put this in post video updates. I also talked about the percentages. I had representations of the percentages as a decimal place and not as percentages. So I've updated that. Also updated the presentation for that. So there we are. Richard talking about some OLED screens. Let's jump over to the Pulsechain and Pulsex timeline. Here's our rocket. It's going to go up again. Yeah, we're up because we're up at 30 cents now. We're chilling it as well. Our Pulsechain testnet is at 16 days through. I've got it going all the way to the 15th, but the rest of the future part's just me. That's my estimation. And of course, there is Pulsechain testnet 3.0, and of course, got uncertainty about obviously how long Pulsechain testnet 2.0 goes. Also, Pulsechain testnet 3. Richard did say it was going to be short, so I've got about 2 weeks for that as well. Because remember, the first Pulsechain testnet 1 was 77 days, and so far we're 16 days on testnet 2. And so I think that's going to definitely go through into January because it's doing the main add-on to the Ethereum code. Which is the validators, so that's testing all that out. So that's probably super important, I would say. So I expect that to continue to go on for a little while. And obviously a lot of other projects testing on Pulsechain testnet 2.0 as well. But of course, Pulsechain testnet 3.0 is going to have the balances written and assigned. It's a distribution from sacrifice from Pulsechain back in July and onwards. And of course, the AMM bot, the automatic market maker bot run. So looking forward to that, which means that we'd have Pulsex in there as well. So looking forward to that. Looking really cool. I think probably GoHex.hex is a bit of a formality. Uniswap front end is already in testnet 2, and the bridge, I understand, is also being tested on testnet 2. So looks like the minimum viable product, this is what we're expecting to launch, is progressing pretty well. Very, very cool. Hex scale, of course, waiting for that, and that's we thought hopefully getting a launch for the end of the year. It looks like this is slowly creeping into the new year. Waiting to hear from Kinetics on that. I think he's got a live stream in the next, say, half a day. So we're going to see whether he gives us any insight, and we'll be able to update this hex scale stuff. Funny Jim, of course, doing what he always does best. Liaison to the billionaires, love it, and big shout out to him and yesterday's live stream and nice super chat there. All right, so that's it at the moment, of course. And of course, the earliest date I've got at the moment is early February now for the launch, as opposed to what I previously had 15th of January, and then before they had the 7th of January. So just taking into account these test nets that are going on, and so we'll just adjust it as we get information in. Very, very cool. Hope you enjoyed that. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And of course, hit 2,000 subscribers. A big shout out to all the subscribers, and also a special one to the Hex Token channel members. I do appreciate the support. Onwards and upwards, we're going to head towards 3,000, and we're also going to enjoy our time talking about Hex, Pulsechain, and Pulsex, because it looks amazing. 2022 looks outstanding, and we're all going to enjoy it, I'm sure. All right, take care, and catch you in the next one. Bye for now.